in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Steamers of Honolulu. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Hawaii. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Swift to start the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. In motion right is Watkins. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they can't bring him down. And a juke this time. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, set. Set, cut.
First play's a run with Nwangu. Pushing through the... There he goes, left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Drill green. Clause red. Field flat. Hut, hut.
Here's Lance. That's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
Down.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
Ready, break.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
62
From the gun, it's Lance. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10.
Fight, white. Ready.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's caught. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. On first down, Hurts. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. Fly through. Set.
Here's Lance to throw it. throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And Lance's throw caught by Tony. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Lance looking to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Ready?
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Lance. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man in strong. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw, it's Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. Now Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
And Lance now to throw.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Kenny Nwangwu
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steamers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
He's got Watkins on the out route. They'll give him 4 yards there. And brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
73. Count that again.
Hurts.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is caught. It's Brown. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the 2nd half on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Fighting ahead at the 15. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
On the ball.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Black shot. Fury, yellow. Ready.
The Lance going to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Blue strike. Green jack.
Working from the gun, Lance. finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That'll be caught by the big tight end Andrews.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Down. Smash. Red. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. They'll get this to Nwangu.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And room there to work it inside the 25.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Steamers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run right here with Swift.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20.
98 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. Play action. Now it's Lance. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
16 more on that one and another 1st down. Now Lance wants to change him up. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From midfield, here's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Hurts.
And he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On the give is Nwangu.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Nwangu. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Throwing on second and long.
Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cut.
Now it's Nwangu.
And he's brought down.
140 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
63.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flushed out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that one too wide and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want...
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Honolulu, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.